I'm Nick, and I'm a printer. The Shipley Wayzgoose it's a printers fair that's been going on since 2017, and it takes place at a community centre in Shipley called the Kirkgate Centre, and it is a fair that brings together people involved in letterpress printing and bookbinding. So it's sort of the only fair of its type in the north. There's a lot of print fairs around, but the Wayzgoose is sort of different in that respect. So it's specifically about letterpress printing and bookbinding.
I'm Roger Greck. I'm a bookbinder here at my bindery on Wharf Street. It's basically kind of a print fair and a sort of like to highlight bookbinding and letterpress, mainly those two things. So it's sort of not your kind of like your run-of-the-mill kind of print fair. We have a lot of specialist practitioners who deal with limited edition run books, fine press posters, prints, that sort of thing. So it's all limited run stuff, and all very nice and shiny and classy. I doubt if I'll have much on the table considering I've been busy making this last edition, but there'll be something to sell. But I'll be there, obviously, as one of the one of the sort of runners of the thing. I will be there, mainly eating cake, hopefully, because it's been a right busy couple of weeks, but mainly eating cake and chatting.
It was just an opportunity to see whether you could put this thing on and whether anybody would come. So that's what happened, and as the years have sort of rolled on with it, it's sort of gathered its own sort of steam really, and people are kind of, there's a clamour for it, there's an interest in it. So skateboarding got me into printing, I suppose, in a long kind of roundabout kind of way. And skateboarding got me into like graphics and artwork and stuff, and the music came along with it as well.
I started off at Bradford College. I was a student there, and I think back in the early days, I kind of bound one or two books that I needed to do for a project or something like that. And it kind of took off from there. I mean, the printmaking was the main thing for quite a while. And then I did a little bit of binding on the side as well. Back
then, with skateboarding, the way we communicated with each other or knew about what was going on was through magazines, and then like through fanzines, and so I got really interested in how you made those things happen. Like, what did you do? What did you need to do to make a thing like that you could then send to some other person across the UK or across the world? So
I taught a little bit at Bradford, but not a great deal, and then I taught at Leeds College of Art for a while, and then I started working at York College. And then from that, I was doing a lot more binding at home, and the jobs became more and more frequent, and then they became bigger and bigger to the point where I couldn't really do both jobs. So I, plumped. I was getting on a bit. I thought I might as well give it a go. So here I am.
If you're interested in printmaking or making prints or printing, definitely I'd recommend you do it, because it is a really fantastic thing to get involved in. The sense of making something with your hands to produce a print is really something. I would say you're in for a long, hard battle, because it's hard work. It's not easy.
If you want a job that you enjoy and that will hopefully keep the wall from the door and the bread on the table, then it's fine. You know what I mean? But it's not something that you dive into lightly, I'd say.
I had the sort of privilege of either teaching or guiding through the process. Has been an amazing thing to see, because it means a lot to me, but to be able to sort of share that with other people and see their sort of excitement on their face and the sort of thought processes that go through their minds when they're doing it, is quite a mad thing, quite a special thing really. So yeah, if people want to do it, more power to them, but it is really hard work.